For those that don't know, Eric lost both of his parents to cancer at different ages. And one was his mother was first when he was a teen. And every single year on this date, you're going to tell everybody why this date is important and what is the message every year at this time. And if you have been affected by what Eric is saying in the past, we want to hear from you at 37530 because ultimately we always get an aftermath comment. Eric saved my life. And
it's weird.
I would have never known it.
And I've been doing this for like probably 18 years almost on this show. And I do it on this day because it's the day my mom passed away. So I went from yesterday, one of the best days of my life. My daughter was born 16 years ago to today. Well, it was like 3:30 in the morning.
And I want to interrupt for a second because when Eric's daughter was born, because her birthday was yesterday, in reality, the day she was born, he talked to us the next day, which was today, the 22nd. And I remember when Eric called us from the hospital, like what an emotional
that's when it started.
collision
Roller
it
coaster
was.
of emotions.
Because it's the day his daughter is born on the day that his mother died. He's introducing her.
She was
to
born
us.
like at 8 at night, and then my mom passed away I think they called me at 3 in the morning. And I never got to say goodbye to her. So that's why I always never liked Martin Short, because I went to a movie with my girlfriend.
That starred Martin
that happened
Short.
to star Martin Short.
And then by the time I got back, this is before cell phones. This is like early 90s. And then I remember my girlfriend's sister came running out going, your mom's in the hospital. So I remember I went home and I called the hospital. So can I talk to my mom? It was like, it's 10:30 or 11. You could talk to her in the morning and stuff. So I never got to say I love you or.
She didn't survive the night.
No. So damn it! I didn't want to get teary-eyed. Sorry.
I mean, it still hurts. It just shows it doesn't matter how many years have passed since your parent passes away. It will always still hurt. But it's a very important message of what your mom left you guys before she passed.
I feel like there's a reason. I had to lose my parents because I could help others to get this job and to spread the word. She had breast cancer when I was 16, and they thought they got it all, but unfortunately, it went to her lymph nodes up to her brain, and unfortunately, she didn't make it. And I didn't know that. I was just a kid. I was 17 years old. I talked about this yesterday. I was just out going to concerts. My mom's like, "Go have fun, live your life." And I found out from my aunt that she wanted me just to be a kid and not worry about her. So I'm like, if I was another way around, I'd be telling my kids every day, "You guys don't have cancer. You got to be around me. You got to be here. I don't want to lose you," type stuff. I know that's how I'd be. So I lost her, and that was going to be my senior year of high school. I had to start 5 days later. So that's a way to start a senior year.
Yeah.
And when I lost her to breast cancer, which obviously now if she had what she had then, she would have been fine.
Treatable.
Totally
Treatable.
survivable.
Mammograms. Hello. You get checked out. Ladies, get checked out. Please.
Did your mom not have a
No.
mammogram?
They never did. She didn't do that stuff. We lived on a farm. We didn't have much money. But when you're a farmer, you have your own insurance, so the deductible is probably crazy.
Yeah.
Well, in our town, we had to go like an hour and a half to Chicago, or we had to go to the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota. I believe that's where she had to go once. So it was just not easy. But now there's no excuse. There's no excuse then, and I just get so mad. I'm not mad at. It's weird because I'm mad at them, but I love them. I'm mad because they left me alone. I had nobody. I had my sisters, but they were in their life.
And they're older than you.
And then I also give love to my dad because on September 6th, 7 years later, he passed away. So I was 25 when he died of colon cancer. Once again, he's like, I remember I'm like, "Dad, did you have symptoms?" Like, "Yeah, I didn't go to the bathroom for a month."
What?
Oh,
You
my.
don't go to the bathroom for a month?
Oh, my God.
Don't you think there's a problem? And then I think it's diverticulitis or something, whatever the something.
Yeah. Diverticulitis.
And then they went to the surgery, and then they cut him open, and they said it was like a shotgun shell, just
the
like
cancer.
the BBs just spread everywhere in there. They sewed him back up in March, and he passed away in September.
How old were your parents?
Like 43 and 55.
Oh, my God.
Both were preventable, though. It's like, it's like
So Eric's
so
message
frustrating.
every year
So please,
is...
everybody,
Yeah.
don't put it off. Get checked out. If you don't do it for you, do it for your kids. If you have kids, even if you don't have kids, do it for a family member. Maybe there's a niece or nephew you love being around. Why would you, with the technology? We live in Houston.
Right.
This city is unbelievable. The people that work at the medical center, we've all met them. Ryan, you've had cancer twice. You've talked so much about the cancer center without everyone helping you out.
I
And
think
we hear
that,
stories every day. This city is incredible. There's no excuse. So please, if you hear my voice right now, call your doctor, get a checkup. I have to go get my colonoscopy. I had to go back. It used to be 5 years. Now it's 3 years because they found some stuff in there that is precancerous.
Okay.
That they got it.
But you know it because you've been getting colonoscopies.
Like, if I would've
because
waited-
Dad died of
Responsible is
colon
what you're
cancer.
doing.
And I started going like when I moved here.
Yeah,
so 21
you
years
had
ago,
to
I started
start
doing it
way
because of
early.
the history.
Mm-hmm.
And I know they keep lowering it. It used to be like, oh, when you're over 50, then you can get a colonoscopy or something.
But if it runs in the family,
Is it
over
over 40
you
now, then it's like
especially have to
30?
get checked.
So please, if you're listening to me, get a checkup. Also, yesterday, my daughter, Ava, my youngest, she was asking me, she's like, man, Dad, because I told her, hey, tomorrow's your grandma's anniversary when she passed away is many years ago. And she's like, man, how did you handle that? Dad? I don't know how you could handle that. I could not deal with that to lose you guys. And then I started thinking, I don't think I've dealt with it yet. I'm a grown man, and I still haven't dealt with that. And maybe I need therapy for that. But
It's not a bad
I just
thing
grew
to
up.
do.
I just work my butt off every day. I just put those things out of my mind. And then that's why you guys always say, oh, Eric, sometimes you explode.
No,
So
no.
maybe
Don't
I'm looking for an explosion
don't bury
someday.
your
I don't know.
emotions,
Okay,
Eric.
well, let me
But
reset
I just love
for those just tuning in.
I love my family, my kids. This is why I'm doing it, because this day is when my mom passed away many years ago. It's crazy to think that my daughter's 16, my oldest daughter, and she was my age when I found out my mom had breast cancer. And then, just a few months later, when I was 17, she died. And my son's 26, and I was 25 when my dad died. So if you're listening to this, please get a checkup. That's all I ask.
Because I think everybody has that feeling, and they're like, no, I don't have time for this.
You don't have a
I don't
sense
have
of your
time
own
for this.
mortality.
Yeah,
I
put
never
it off.
Probably go to the
I
doctor.
never
Something's
thought
not
in a
right. I
million
don't have
years.
time for this. If
Well,
you
I don't
don't have
cancer in my
time for
family.
this, does your family have
Yeah.
time to? You don't want them warning you because you just put it off because you were scared. It is terrifying. Everybody's been in a position where they thought maybe something might. What do they say? The richest person in the world. You're the richest person in the world as long as you have your health.
Yep.
And when you find out something's up, it's better to get ahead of it than finding out when it's too late. And sometimes you just don't know, or sometimes you are blindsided. But
And this doesn't even be cancer. It could be anything. Heart disease. It could be diabetes. Anything. Just
Don't ignore your health.
I don't know why we do that. Is it an American thing? Is it a world, just a human thing?
I think a lot of it is that most of us
can't
don't
afford it.
have a tremendous amount of free time. We're a hardworking nation.
And also it's expensive
People
to do
work
stuff like
all
that.
the time. They don't have the time
Yep.
to go ahead and focus on
And
themselves.
if you know it's your time to get a mammogram, or you know it's your time to get a colonoscopy, and you're like, oh, I don't want to do that because of whatever the reason is, Eric is here to tell you, please get this done. Because every year when Eric talks about his mother passing away and just getting the message out there, inevitably we get messages later on, maybe not that same minute, but
Usually
later
like 2
on.
months later.
There's a woman that called our show randomly, not even anywhere near Grandma June's death anniversary, and she said she does not listen to this show or this station. And for some reason, when she was scanning the dials, she heard Eric's voice, and it was in that time when he was doing his little speech. She told us months later, that's when she called us, and she goes, guys, I don't know. Something about what he was saying just stuck with me. And I was like, I've been putting it off. She had colon cancer.
Yep.
She found out she had colon cancer, and she got through it, and she's clean now. But it was Eric's message on that random day, listening to this random radio station and these random people, that she was like, I guess I'll listen to this guy. So we know at least for sure, there's at least 7 people have reached out for sure over the last few years that said, Eric, I heard your message. I did it. I saved myself.
And that's all I care, about is saving someone out there. It's not about me. That's why I just do this once a year, because I don't want to be one of those preachy type people. I'm just a normal person that lost my parents. I grew up on a farm. I was going to be a farmer my whole life. I thought I'd work on a farm and take over my dad's business. And then I didn't think I'd be taking it over that early.
Right.
And realized this is not what I want to do.
Here's a text for you, Eric, at 37530. Eric.
37530.
Eric did help me listen to my body. I got diagnosed with stage 2 thyroid cancer. My body was telling me stuff, and I didn't want to listen, but thank God I did. I'm in remission now. #cancer sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good for you. F
See?
cancer.
Thank you, Eric, for sharing that.
No, I just love all you guys. Tell your parents,
No, I know. No, I.
and there's something about when
Dads
you lose
are
both.
so
when you lose both parents,
stubborn.
it's final. It's like
Yeah, that's.
Look how
it sucks to
close
lose
you
one
came,
parent, but when you
Sam.
lose both, and there's so
Yeah.
many people that have it way worse than me. There's kids that are 4, 3. They don't even never met their.
Yeah, don't compare
Right,
pain. Pain is
right.
pain.
Yeah.
It's your world.
I just don't want
It's your
anyone to have pain. I love everybody that listens to this show. Even if you don't listen to this show, tell people.